What's up, everyone? Welcome back to DC Dark Legion. My name is Shinchi42. Today, we're going to look into the strongest player in Earth-205. I can only access my server, so I can't, pretty much show you your server. So you have to tell us how strong your number one player in your server. So I'm going to show the number one player. I'm also going to show the leagues as well in here. One of the main reasons is because there is going to be a server migration and merges planned. So that's going to be very interesting. Now, this will not happen until the cross-server gameplay on the roadmap is implemented. So that's going to be very, very exciting. So in Earth-205, you can check your server by clicking your profile picture. You see server Earth-205. This is my server right now. So this is very interesting. So first, let's go and talk about the league. So league right now, which I am part of, LIT DC Champ. I joined them. They accepted me. Very nice. I actually came from two different league. I just randomly joined at the very beginning. And eventually I fell into the CPT, and they're all French. They're a very nice group of people, but I couldn't understand much. I have to click translate every single time. Very difficult. Moving to LIT, everyone is very nice. A lot of Europeans that speaks English, and also Americans. I think there are some Americans in here as well, and all over the place. Very international, I would say. I haven't gotten to know every single one of them in here, but there are a few people that I've talked to. Very, very friendly and very, very nice. The leader is also very nice as well. Very good. All right, so LIT, the power right now is 396 million power. That's a lot. So, which is quite strong. We're the number one right now in the server. Now, let's take a look into other rankings in here. NRJ Hyper League is the second most powerful in Earth-205 with 346 million power. All right. And very, about really not that far of difference in terms of power. Now, when we take a look into Super Dads, I thought about joining dads before, and I'm like, I'm not a dad yet. I'm still, living this life that is childless still. But 94 players with 293 million power. So I assume that these are probably just like a group of dads that are playing the game. Maybe, I don't know. But I've always thought they were like kind of cool. But I feel like it's a league that I probably couldn't relate when they start talking about like, oh, my child. I have no child, not yet. CPT, these are French. Marlito is the leader, good, but I couldn't understand much, but very active as well. But LIT is definitely 100 times more active than CPT when I joined, back then. Red Eclipse, 221 million power, 666. We did lose to 666 on the Guardian with CPT. When I was in CPT, we go against 666. We lost it. I think there was a video. I don't remember now, but I think there was a video we lost it. EXC Exceptionals, RMB, and Italia, DC Italia. So, and then Smoke Cure. These are the top 10 leagues in Earth-205. So I'm curious, how strong is your top 10 league in your server? If we do a cross-server battle, how would this work? How would you win against us, or would we win against you? Would it be a landslide or not? And I'm really curious, honestly, how does these type of games, I've never played this type of game, this gacha style. I wonder how they're gonna do the cross server battles, because I'm so used to with the game like Rise of Kingdoms. When I played that was like a massive troops and army, and you go fight other players, and then there's a lot of spending and consumption of money at the end of the day to build more troops and compete and buy speed ups. So this game is completely very different than what I'm used to. I'm really curious. This one you can really play casually and still have a lot of fun. You don't have to spend so much money, right? So which is kind of nice, and it's a really nice change of scenes for me. So let's take a look into the strongest player. You're gonna be shocked. Now, I don't know if Jay is the strongest player in the entire DC Dark Legion game right now, or maybe top 10 at least. So let's take a look into Jay at 21 million power. That's insane. Almost 22, honestly. Baby Frog is second in our team, and Marquise 9 million. Baby Frog just gained power here. He was like 12.9 earlier. Dad, there's 3. Oh wow, there is 4 dads in the top 5 alone, which is very strong, honestly, right? And Minju right there, Dad, New 05, Lit Commandex, and also here in for our team, JBB, number 8, Kiwi, number 9, Rens Z, and Luvendel, 11, Oena King, 12, Cyper, 14, and there's a lot of dads in the top 20 alone. So this is how they get their power. Really, a lot of them are on the top rankings and brings their power really up. Their average probably is pretty good in here, very strong. But LIT definitely has a lot of very active players and a lot of in the top 100 as well, I would assume here, if I go over, or maybe at least in the top 300 or 200 players comprise. So, which is good. We constantly adding and recruiting players, I believe, as well. So if you're ever interested, you can come and join us in the future in here, or join any of the leagues. Honestly, I'm not gonna like single them out or like not say join us only and then don't join others. I would say find what fits you best. So for me, when I joined LIT, they've been very, very friendly, very, very nice. I think that's the environment that I want to be in, and I like it so far. Right? They're very, very nice and very helpful, very knowledgeable as well. So shout out to all the LIT players, but also shout out to everyone here in Earth-205, because at the end of the day, we're in one server together. And until we do a cross-server merge, then that will be, well, one big more family. But let's take a look into Jay, because he is the strongest one here. Profile, you can see red, maxed out already. All right, so when we go over into the here and go to Training Simulator, you can see Jay at 2099 level, 2099 level already. Absolutely insane. I don't know what is your top player at, and 321 here. We can also look at Jay's setup on the first clear. You can see Jay has a 2-star red Joker and wow, almost maxed out Batman, Harley Quinn. Wow, very nice. And let's take a look into here. First clear. Ooh, Sinestro, Superman, and Zatanna. Absolutely insane. These are in red. Red means max, all right? Yellow is almost max, all right? Yellow is almost max. Let's take a look into here. All right. Ooh, Green Lantern, again, Superman, Batman. I don't know why this thing has this red, like a sword plus. If somebody can explain that to me. And let's take a look here. Joker. Not much here, though, but we can see Joker at red already. Wow. And let's take a look over in this one. Wow. Look at this. Deathstroke. Again, Sinestro. Lex Luthor in here. And then Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Black Adam. All right. Wow. Absolutely insane. Very strong player. I mean, I don't know how much this thing all costs in terms of dollar-wise, but, this is mobile game. There's always going to be people who's going to spend money into the game. And as long as you're having fun, it's completely okay, I think. Another thing is that these, spenders, they do support the game as well. We can see Baby Frog here. Shout out to Baby Frog being second. And then Dad again, Minju, third here on the rankings. So yeah, I don't know how much everything cost, but at the end of the day, I would say when you play this game, is just play on your own progress. Just enjoy the game as you go. Just like me, I'm not really like so into like, oh, I have to be the number one, I have to be the best. I'm just here to enjoy and kind of burn the time, honestly, as I'm playing this game. Like, it's really nice, casual game, and you can get to collect some of the superheroes that you really enjoy, or you can build different lineups, or just have, like, for me, I have the Flash. I'm really happy with it, but I didn't end up having a Justice League setup. I would love to, but I guess I went into the bad guy setup. I'm going with the Arkham's Most Wanted setup in here. So it's kind of fun, it's kind of interesting. And another thing that is nice about this is community. So here in LIT, when I look into the Discord, they talk a lot. And, I kind of lurk sometimes, and I talk to people a little bit as well. But it seems like they have a, quite good community. So you can definitely make some friends as well playing the game. So it's not always about, hey, I got to be the strongest player in the game. So there's that. But currently, again, Jay is the strongest player in our server. And let's take a look into base level as well. Jay at 35, Minju at 34. So huge power difference, because you can definitely see that Jay's champions are way more superior than everyone here. Top 10, we would see a little bit more of LIT as well, but still a lot of dad as well here on the base level. I'm at 380, so far away. Now let's take a look into the training simulator rankings in here. Jay at 1,153, Baby Frog 1,019, Minju 858, Sus JS 838, Commandex 819, and 745, Kiwi 729, Ronald 672. A lot of dad NRJ as well, and as well as lit in this rankings in here. So let me know, who is your strongest player in your server as of today. What is their current power? I want to know, and how do they rank in all the other events? And also, how active are they in communication with everyone? Because most of these powerful players, they just probably sit back and just play the game and don't really talk much, as long as they're the number one. Sometimes it happens that way. Sometimes they do talk, because I think, people who are in this caliber are probably busy and they just, play the game as an escape. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again next time.